much damage can they do in the playoffs?
Minimal. The reason why is because they're a 7th seed. That means in the first round they go against the 2 seed. The 2 seed is going to be the Golden State Warriors. End of discussion. End of discussion. They're going home in the first round. It's just that simple. Karl Anthony Towns, every time I see his parents, they're incredibly affectionate with me and vice versa, because I thought that Jahlil Okafor should have been the #1 overall pick in that draft, that their son came out, and they make me apologize to them every time I see them. Oh, Lord, they don't let me forget about it, and I deserve it. I deserve it, okay?
All made nice.
There was no problem, please. I mean, they're wonderful people, and Karl Anthony Towns is a wonderful player, and Jimmy Butler is an all-star. And I love the Rough Rider mentality. I've always been a fan. And Tom Thibodeau can coach, at least particularly on the defensive side of the ball. But I don't believe they have the horses to make but so much noise. Now, they're 5-1 when Karl Anthony Towns launches at least 20 shots a game, okay? Well, here's the interesting caveat to that stat. The one loss is against Golden State.
Yep.
So guess what? The bottom line is that I don't expect them to do anything. If they were going against someone other than Houston or Golden State in the first round, we would have a discussion. But the problem is they're running in a Golden State, which means that this team that's been perpetually on the outside looking in at the playoff picture now suddenly finds themselves in the playoff, which means they've accomplished something. They've elevated their status. As a result, they're a team to be reckoned with and respected, and we will give them that as a playoff team within the Western Conference. But that is about all. They go home in the first round, period.
When the T-Wolves pulled off that steal for Jimmy Butler in the offseason, the real question was, are they already going to be an elite Western Conference team, or will they simply take the first step toward elite status this year? Well, the first step has already been taken. We will find out if they are elite already in the playoffs. And sure, the odds are against them going up against Golden State. I still think they have a better chance to upset Golden State than, say, the Bucks do to upset the Celtics, and we debated that the other day. But consider the T-Wolves for a second and their chances. They're going to win at least a couple games from Golden State, and they have a better chance at an upset than people understand. Well, what would have to happen for that to be the case, right? Like, what would have to happen in that series for the T-Wolves to upset Golden State in the first round? I don't know, like an injury to the most important player on the team, on the Warriors? Well, that already happened. Steph Curry will not be playing. Now let's just stack. We know that they're both well coached. Kerr is a better coach than Thibodeau, but Thibodeau's a very good coach. I'm just going based on their track records. Let's stack up the talent without Steph Curry.
Okay.
You got KD, Klay, and Draymond. That's the top line talent on Golden State. Is that more talent than Karl Anthony Towns, Jimmy Butler, Jeff Teague, and Andrew Wiggins? If you say yes, it's by this much. That's 4 top guys to 3. 4 on the T-Wolves, 3 on Golden State, once Steph is not there. And then you look at, well, what's the gap really between these players? The gap between KD and Karl Anthony Towns is not quite as much as you might think. Karl Anthony Towns is a top 10 player in the NBA, as I say this right now. He is a beast. He just went for 50 and 15. Stephen A., you cited the stat. When he shoots 20 times, they are 5-1. Karl Anthony Towns is, right after Anthony Davis, the best big in the game right now.
Have you seen him in the playoffs?
Top 10 player.
Have you seen him in the playoffs?
He has a chance to prove that right now.
Exactly.
Jimmy Butler is a wash with Klay Thompson. You want to say Klay is better or Butler is better? There are arguments on either side. Assuming Jimmy Butler's health, and he's coming off injury for the playoffs, assuming he's something like Jimmy Butler, because Klay's also coming off injury to his shooting hand, that's about a wash. And Draymond's better than either Wiggins or Teague, but Wiggins and Teague? I mean, the talent gap is not what you think it is when you take Steph off Golden State. That is a real series.